You're still watching Quarter Good Morning Zambia now. You cannot talk about modern, economic growth without talking about entrepreneurship, and you cannot talk about entrepreneurship without talking about women, who I want to believe, account for a very huge number of our country's population, and that of the African continent. There is an NGO that is making a difference and speaking to that reality. The NGO is called She Rebuilds. Now, this is a world that obviously needs such kind of innovations to come to the fore. Let's just get more information with regards to what She Builds, the world is all about. We have Ieva Jākobsone live, coming through via Zoom to give us more information with regards to what this NGO does, believe in and work on. It does, empower women entrepreneurs across Africa with various skills suitable for growth with regards to their business. It's good to have you on the program, Ieva. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. Let's begin by just sharing with us, your innovation and why you have embarked on this innovation to empower women across the African continent on issues around entrepreneurship.
Yes, thank you, Brian, for having me here. This morning, I would like to express, first of all, condolences of your Zambian former First Lady passing away. And I understand that she was very much about the women empowerment, and I hope, in our NGO, in our program, She Rebuilds the World, we are bringing new, more kind of like women empowerment focused women on the board across Africa and also Europe. She Rebuilds the World actually is a Latvian government sponsored and financed development cooperation project. It's the first one on the African continent. We as a Northern European country, we are doing. But I think the core of this is not just about kind of like giving the training and the skills, but actually making a platform, professional platform for women in Europe, connecting and hearing the voices and what African women do on African continent.
All right. I know that you've been having a series of sessions and programs to enhance your initiative, and you just ended season 2 and embarked on training more women as far as entrepreneurship is concerned. Just give us more information with regards to season 2, or perhaps, if you don't mind, go as back as season 1, and just give us the details that accounted for these 2 seasons.
Season 1, we started in 2022, and actually it was a kind of like a startup pilot project. Let's do something, let's share our knowledge. If we look at the European and Western economies, like my country has gone through the economic transition for the last 30 years. We were part of Soviet Union, now we're part of OECD, European Union, one of the wealthiest economic blocs in the world. So we thought, we have gone through this transition and we want to share our knowledge with the countries who are going through the economic transition, let's say, like an African continent. We have so many similarities as regard to the history and also as regard to the economic transition and development. So we started in 2022 with Namibia and Zambia. And we had a very, very small pool of girls. Basically, I think it's 57 girls who graduated at that time. We had just one simple entrepreneurship education program run by Riga Business School, which is American accredited university in Latvia. So we wanted to provide the best practice management and business tools for the ladies in the ground, in Namibia and Zambia to either start their businesses or scale up their businesses, or the best thing is actually to go from informal economy into the formal economy, where if you are in the formal economy as a girl, as a lady, as a woman, you're quite unprotected. If you are in the formal economy, you're paying taxes, but at the same time, you have all the social protections, and you can always address any concerns in the state institutions. So we started small. It was really, I think, there was a lot of interest from from Namibian, Zambian, and Zimbabwean ladies as well. So in season 2, we added Zimbabwe as well. And my idea is that Africa Continental Free Trade Area, which came into force a couple of years ago, as we have here in Europe, European Union single market, it's a fantastic landscape, business environment for the girls to connect across different African countries, make professional personal networks, and then do the business together. So last year we had Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, sorry. We had 1,000 ladies enrolled in our programs, 400 plus ladies graduated from our programs, and currently we have 140 ladies, like strong core team, which we are actually working together in the season 3, adding also Ethiopia and Rwanda.
All right, that's interesting. I know that you've got season 3 coming, right? Just briefly tell us about what is going to be involved in that, but also issues to do with, I mean, when you talk about entrepreneurship, and you want to share skills and information with young women or women generally, the issues to do with digital literacy must be part of that discussion, because that's the kind of world we live in, isn't it? How are you combining this, and what else are you bringing to the table in terms of meeting the demands of women who want to get into entrepreneurship as we get into season 3?
Okay, so that's a very, very fair and good question, Brian. There are a lot of development cooperation projects who are rolling out, the same strategy across all the African countries. What we do, and I'm the business professor focusing on China and Africa environments, I understand that each of the countries is very particular. So we have to actually look into macroeconomic and microeconomic trends of each of the countries, and then think what is the best for the girls, for the women entrepreneurs there. So this year, in season 3, we are actually around the entrepreneurship education program, which is a 5-credit course program in Riga Business School, online program. We are also clubbing together 2 very important issues for the entrepreneurs. First of all, it's financial literacy. You cannot be a good entrepreneur if you don't know how to make the profit, right? So how to build the pricing strategy, how to think about the taxation, how it influences your profit margin. So we're going to be talking about that, but mostly from the personal budgeting perspective. And then actually this week we announced the first program in season 3, which is a digital literacy program. And it's not going to be so much about the coding. So girls should not be afraid to take this digital literacy program. It's going to be about the digital literacy to understand how you function in the digital environment, digital economy, how you can use already existing free of charge digital tools to make your business more efficient, operationally smooth. We're going to also talk about social media marketing, which is extremely important. We're going to talk about how you build your personal brand and your company's brand on social media too.
Well, listen, I'm afraid I have to drop it here for now, but thank you very much for your time indeed. And I know for a fact that what you're doing is going to go a long way in putting the African woman in the space where they'll be able to thrive as they hope to become, continental entrepreneurs. Thank you very much indeed for your time.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you.
All right. Now, that was an interaction with Ieva Jākobsone, founder of She Rebuilds the World, talking about entrepreneurship education for Zambian women. And that was quite a very interesting discussion, as she and her NGO intends to ensure that the African woman is equipped with the relevant information around entrepreneurship.